The 2020 school year is presenting a wealth of challenges for parents as they adapt to constantly changing schedules and learning schedules. And here to talk about it with us and some ways that we can adapt is Cathy Stevens from the Riley Institute at Furman. Cathy, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Seems as though we have Cathy's shot just froze. So we're going to try getting her back here in just a couple seconds, see if we can kind of get this shot locked in. As is technology, we end up having these issues. We'll be working on patching Cathy back in here in just a little bit. Wait, I think we got her. Cathy, can you hear me?
Oh, no. I'm here, yes.
Awesome. Well, Cathy, it's great to have you on the show this morning. Good morning to you. We know that it's been kind of hard for parents as they're transitioning into managing both virtual learning and even some parents saying that hybrid learning being more difficult than just the virtual academy. Have you found that to be true?
So a little bit of both. Hybrid learning may feel more overwhelming to some parents and guardians because the schedule changes every day. However, I think for some students, they may have an easier time with it depending on their age and the complexity of the course content. Without a doubt, hybrid learning is hard on families, especially working families. Virtual learning is hard too, but it does offer a little more consistency. So nothing's easy right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you did mention how working families could be struggling as well as they're struggling to help their kids through the virtual schooling, and they obviously can't do it all. Now, what should the main priorities be for these parents that are trying to help their children learn?
Okay, so a couple things. I think everyone from parents to teachers to employers need to manage expectations and set realistic goals right now. Have a conversation with your child's teacher about their specific learning style, and also ask questions about goals and standards for the school year. What's absolutely essential for them to learn, and then where is there some wiggle room? I'd also say we have to remember families cannot do this alone. It's truly impossible. There is a critical need for public funding of safe, supportive, and supervised opportunities to supplement what's happening in schools. Greenville County First Steps and the YMCA have some programs that, offer internet access, meals, enrichment activities to complement the virtual and hybrid schooling. And so without a doubt, I do believe some government funding is needed to expand access to these kinds of affordable learning options during the pandemic that support the school day.
Absolutely. And until we can kind of get more of that funding into the schools, we know that parents are trying to make sure that they keep their children engaged. What are some tips you could share for parents to maybe do a better job at that?
Okay, so routines make children feel safe. So we have to do everything we can to try to create a daily schedule and set expectations for children. If possible, have them dressed and at a desk or a table for virtual or e-learning, and then reward them with outdoor playtime and fun family activities. And then if possible, seek out safe distance community programs.
Absolutely. I guess, having that designated area in the house just for their learning could be very, very helpful as well. Now, how can we help kids who might be feeling discouraged with this way of learning? You mentioned that might be easier for some than others. How could we help those kids that are feeling discouraged?
I feel so passionate about this. Academic learning is important, but right now our kids' social and emotional learning is just as important. So in times of stress, and this is from many studies, the most significant determinant of resilience is the quality of our close personal relationships, especially with parents and primary caregivers. It is so important to provide reassurance and unconditional love to children who are feeling discouraged. So,
absolutely. Cathy Stevens, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we appreciate you having on.